So good morning, dear students. Sorry for the delay. Right? Am I audible to you? Hello. Please respond me if I am able. If you can hear me. Okay. So we will wait for 2 minutes, right? And then we can. I will just convey the message that I want to share with you, right? And try to join with your Marwad University ID only, so that we can communicate better. So we'll wait for 2 minutes and then I will just give one brief instruction regarding the ECDM subject, right? Okay, fine. If your friend is not here, please convey the message to him that you can join with Marwad University ID only. I hope I am audible to you. Yes or no? Dixit Kotadia. અવાજ આવે છે?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So the only topic remaining in the ECDM subject is that recent trends in the right renewable energy resources or sources, right? So I'm sharing the screen so that we can understand it very easily, right? So just a moment, I'm sharing the screen. Is my screen is visible to you?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, just a moment. Once again saying it. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay, fine. So, nothing, you can simply say that what we want to cover in this session is that it is a very interesting topic. Here you can see on your screen that what are the recent trends are there in the current market with respect to the renewable energy sources, right? So these are the points that we want to cover in this today's session, and this is the last topic of ECDM subject, right? So here you can see the lots of graphs is there, graph which is a representation of recent trends, right? So let us see what are the recent trends. Here you can see there are top 7 trends right now available in the market. If you want to develop any kind of technology, right, if you want to develop any kind of model or a device or a equipment, that device technology or equipment purely based on this 7 field. Which are that 7 fields? These are these 7 fields, right? Number one, energy storage, right? Regarding the energy storage, how will you store the energy, right? And how the consumptions is going to be there in the market. Simply we can say the consumption patterns, right? So this is very interesting one, right? How you can store the energy, right? And what are the consumption pattern? Let me give you the one of the recent example. Let us say now electric vehicles, right? So what will be the consumption selling pattern of that electric vehicles, right? So this is what we can say the energy storage. So this is a part of energy storage. We are replacing the petrol diesel vehicles with the or CNG vehicles somehow with the energy storage. That means EV vehicles, electric vehicles, right? Okay. Then second is you can say renewable energy, right? That is the second one, renewable energy. Right? Third, self-generating communities, right? That means how we can. This is the one of the example of Atmanirbhar Bharat, right? So this is third trend is depending on that Swadeshi or Atmanirbhar Bharat. I hope I am audible to you. તમને સમજાય છે? આર્યન
Yes, sir.
નિર્ભર અવાજ તો આવે છે ને? Okay, fine. So this is indicating third one indicating Atmanirbhar. That means you need to develop that kind of technologies and that kind of devices which will produce within a locality, right? Let us say limestone is available in your region in very huge quantity. That means you must have to establish a cement factory or any kind of ceramic industry in that region. So that is what we can say self-generating communities, right? Then digitization, right? So cashless economy, right? Right now we are using the phone pay, Google Pay, right? Beam API, UPI codes, and you are booking your tickets, whether it is a air ticket, railway ticket, or anything that in a one single platform online, right? So this is online mode. This is what we can say the digitalization or digitization of a particular physical features, right? Then fourth one, more power to the consumer. That means right now you have consumers or customers. Right now you are, if you are aware about the blockchain or artificial intelligence in the field of computer science or computer engineering. So this is more power mean then that means that is a there is a feedback from the citizen as well, right? Okay, so that is the more power to the customer or consumer, right now you can directly mail to the or directly communicate with the CEO of any multinational company, right? If you find that you whatever service you are providing is not up to the satisfactory level, you can directly contact them or directly approach them. In the ancient time it is not there, right? પહેલાના જમાનામાં એવું શક્ય નહોતું કે તમારે કોઈ મોટા માણસને મળવું હોય તો તમારે ઘણી બધી ડિફિકલ્ટીઝ રહેતી, પણ અત્યારના સમયમાં તમે ડાયરેક્ટલી ટ્વીટ કરી શકો છો. ટ્વીટ ઇન અ સેન્સ ટ્વીટ પણ કરી શકાય, પછી કોઈ પણ સોશિયલ મીડિયાના માધ્યમથી તમે તમારો મેસેજ ડ્રોપ કરી શકો છો. ઇવન we can generate the pressure on the VIP community also, right? Let us say I'm giving the one of the example that during the first lockdown, right? So donation drive is there, right? Donation drive is there, and in that we are generating the pressure on the celebrities that you must have to, whenever country is in trouble, you need to donate some amount, right? તો આપણે દાન કરવા માટે પણ આપણે પ્રેશરાઇઝ કર્યા હતા ઘણા બધા લોકોને, રાઈટ? આટલું બધું કમાણા છો કન્ટ્રીમાંથી જ, તો કન્ટ્રીને જ્યારે રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ છે ત્યારે તમે સામે ચાલીને ડોનેટ કરો. જે દાન ના કરતું હોય, એટલે ઇન અ સેન્સ એ સમયમાં લોકડાઉન પીરિયડમાં એને આપણે પ્રેશરથી એને દાન કરવું પડ્યું હતું, રાઈટ? તમે ઘણા બધા એક્ઝામ્પલ લઈ શકો. તમે જેમ કે ધારો કે કોઈ રતન ટાટા કન્સલ્ટન્સી છે કે ટાટા ફર્મ છે, કોઈ ડોનેશન કરે તો રિલાયન્સે કરવું જ પડે. જો એ ના કરે તો એનું ટ્રોલિંગ થાય, રાઈટ? અને માર્કેટ વેલ્યુ ડાઉન થાય, બ્રાન્ડ વેલ્યુ ડાઉન થાય. Similarly, in other field also, if one of the celebrity from the Bollywood is donating the, let us say, 1 crore of rupees, at least એના લેવલના જેટલા પણ છે બધાએ સેમ અમાઉન્ટ અથવા એના કરતા એના જેટલી અમાઉન્ટ ડોનેટ કરવી પડે. That is pressure building from the consumer or citizen. That is more power to the customer. Apart from that, adoption of the outcome based regulatory structure will increase, right? So we are focusing on outcome or output, that is the trends, and at the last, combating physical and cyber security risk will become a priority. Thus, by utilizing the digitization, right, we can combine 4+7. We can simply say cyber security is one of the biggest recent trend in the current market, right? So these are the 7, but what is the interesting thing is here, this one, second one, right? Renewable energy will take the center stage, right? That means whatever the, let us say, second number trend, that means renewable energy source will be at the center of that any kind of development in the future, right? So whether it is energy storage, it is directly must be fulfill the requirement of the renewable energy source, whether it is a self-generating community, right? So everything will be based on the renewable energy sources, right? I hope you are getting the point. આ તમને સમજાણું હું શું કીધું મેં તમને? કોઈને ના ખબર પડી એવું તો ગુજરાતીમાં એક વાર કહી દઉં.
હા સર, કહી દો ને.
હા, 7 ટ્રેન્ડ છે. આઈ એમ જસ્ટ એક્સપ્લેનિંગ ઇન ગુજરાતી, રાઈટ? એન્ડ મોસ્ટ ઓફ ધ પીપલ આર, આઈ થિંક યુ આર ગેટિંગ ધ પોઈન્ટ. 7 ટ્રેન્ડ ચાલે છે અત્યારે. એમાં પહેલું છે એનર્જી સ્ટોરેજ, એટલે કે ભવિષ્યમાં જે કંઈ પણ નવી ટેકનોલોજી આવશે અથવા તો કોઈ પણ ડિવાઇસ બનશે કે ઇક્વિપમેન્ટ બનશે કે તમે અભ્યાસમાં આગળ અભ્યાસ કરવા માટે તમે અભ્યાસ કરશો, રાઈટ? એ બધું આ 7 વસ્તુની આસપાસ હશે, રાઈટ? ધારો કે 2050માં જે કંઈ પણ ડિવાઇસ આવશે એ આ 7 ટ્રેન્ડને અનુલક્ષીને જ હશે, રાઈટ? સો ફર્સ્ટ એમાં કયું છે? એનર્જી સ્ટોરેજ, એટલે ઇલેક્ટ્રિક વ્હીકલ તમે એક્ઝામ્પલ લઈ શકો, રાઈટ? રિન્યુએબલ એનર્જી સોર્સ, રાઈટ નાઉ વી આર સ્ટડીંગ. પછી સેલ્ફ જનરેટિંગ, એટલે કે આત્મનિર્ભર ભારત પોઈન્ટ ઓફ વ્યૂ તમે વાત કરી શકો. ડિજિટાઇઝેશન, રાઈટ? એન્ડ cashless economy, you can say, right? Then fifth one, democracy, you can take an example, democracy, right? Power to the consumer or customer, right? Then adoption of outcome based regulatory structure, that means output, we are focusing on output. જે વધારે મેક્સિમમ આઉટપુટ આપશે એ ટેકનોલોજી જે છે ટ્રેન્ડમાં આવશે. અપાર્ટ ફ્રોમ દેટ, સાયબર સિક્યુરિટી, આર્ટિફિશિયલ ઇન્ટેલિજન્સ એન્ડ સાયબર સિક્યુરિટી. આ 7 વસ્તુ જે છે અત્યારે માર્કેટમાં ટ્રેન્ડિંગમાં ચાલે છે, રાઈટ? સો ઇફ આ 7માંથી કોઈ એકને સિલેક્ટ કરવી હોય તો એ અત્યારે રિન્યુએબલ એનર્જી સોર્સને કરી શકાય, રાઈટ? સો દેટ રિન્યુએબલ એનર્જી સોર્સિસ વિલ ટેક ધ સેન્ટર સ્ટેજ, એટલે સેન્ટર, આને આસપાસ બધી વસ્તુ ડેવલપ થશે, રાઈટ? તો અહીંયા તમે જોશો આ બધી વસ્તુ 1 to 7 એ બધી વસ્તુ જે છે બીજા નંબરના પોઈન્ટ ઉપર આસપાસ ડેવલપ થશે, રાઈટ? સો ધીઝ આર ધ 7 ટ્રેન્ડ્સ રાઈટ નાઉ, ઓકે? You can add more, okay, based on your information and based on your knowledge. But these are the common 7 trends, right? સમજી ગયા તમે હવે? કોઈ doubt છે? I hope you are getting the point, right? Yes or no? સમજી ગયા?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, in short, if you want to say a concluding remark on recent trends in the market or recent trends in the world, so everybody is, or every country is focusing on renewable energy sources, right? And whatever the technologies, whatever the equipments, whatever the any kind of devices are going to be in the market in future, let us say if we are talking about 2050, right, 2050, right? So there must be renewable energy sources at the center, right? So this is the recent trends of renewable energy. So based on these 7 trends, I have identified a few of the videos which is very interesting to you, and you need to watch that videos, and that will help you a lot to understand the recent trends in the renewable energy sources, right? So what you need to do is there, this is the topic, right, which is covering right now. And if we talk about the wind energy, right, wind energy, right? So what is the future scope of wind energy? So we have right now it is ongoing, or you will observe in new recent next 2 days, Kite festival, right? મકર સંક્રાંતિ છે, ઉત્તરાયણ છે, right? તો એમાં આપણે પતંગ ચગાવીએ, right? તો પતંગ જે છે, કાઇટ જે છે, એ ઉડતી હોય અને આપણે પાવર પણ જનરેટ કરી શકીએ છીએ. એનું મિકેનિઝમ પણ અહીંયા સમજાવ્યું છે, રાઈટ? એ તમને વિડીયોમાં જોવા મળશે, રાઈટ? સો મેં તમને લાસ્ટમાં એક ક્વેશ્ચન છોડી અને મૂકી દીધો હતો કે લેટ અસ સે, can we generate the power from the kite or kite festival or kite when the kite is flying, right? So we have a KPS, so kite power system, right? So we can generate the electricity from that kite also, right? When it is some certain kind of the control mechanism is required, but we can generate the power, right? So it is the, you can say, the future of wind energy. Right now wind turbine technology will be obsolete in next 20 years, but what we can rely on that, this kite power system, right? ભવિષ્યના 10 કે 15 વર્ષમાં કદાચ એવું બની શકે કે વિન્ડ ટર્બાઇન કે વિન્ડ મિલની જે ટેકનોલોજી છે એ જૂની થઈ જાય, તો ફ્યુચરમાં શું આવી શકે? KPS, kite power system, right? So kite power system must be there, right? And what is the simple mechanism is there, right? If you click on this link, this is the source, right? I have already shared this PPT in your e-content. However, I will share it once again in your WhatsApp group so that everybody can have access, right? So you need to watch this video, you will get the better idea, right? Simple fundamental is there, just understand this. So we have a certain kind of the pulleys here at the bottom, right? These are the pulleys, and that pulleys are connected with the gearbox as we have in the wind turbine, right? So this is that gearbox, right? And that gearbox having a spindle on both sides here, you can see, so that pulley can rotate, and we can rotate also at that generator also. And then there will be a cable, right? And that we can use as a power generation point of view, right? Okay. So this is you can consider as a tower, right? Okay. So that then we can move further, right? So this is the bottom structure, and if we talk about the upper structure, right? So here you can see we are adding 2 types of kite. આપણે પેરાશૂટ જેવી જે કાઇટ આવે ને, પેરાશૂટ જેને પેરાગ્લાઇડિંગ કર્યું હોય એમને ખ્યાલ હોય, રાઈટ? પેરાશૂટ આપણે સિમ્પલ આવે છે, એનો ઉપયોગ કરીને આપણે પાવર જનરેટ કરી શકીએ છીએ. So these are the 2 kites is required, and that kite's movement will be based on this infinite pattern. Let us say this is the center of that kite A, and this is the center of, let us say, kite B, right? So this, how this center will move by due to some control mechanism or actuator, that means a control mechanism, right? Actuator means a control mechanism, right? So here a controller will be there, which will control the path of the kites, right? So what will be the path? it will move like this in infinite, right? So I'm just showing you once again so that you will have a better idea. That you will observe in your video, right? અમારો અવાજ તો આવે છે ને તમને? આ પતંગ જે છે આવી રીતે ઇન્ફાઇનાઇટ પાથમાં જે છે એ મૂવ કરશે. એનો મતલબ એવો છે કે જોજો જ્યારે પતંગ એ પોઈન્ટ ઉપર હશે, લેટ અસ સે ધીસ વી આર ટેકિંગ ધીસ એઝ અ એ પોઈન્ટ, રાઈટ? એન્ડ વેન ઇટ ઇઝ એટ ધ બી પોઈન્ટ, લેટ અસ સે, right? Here you can see if I make a horizontal line here, 1 and 2, right? And then if I connect these two with the bottom structure like this, you will find a height difference, yes or no? Right? So this difference will generate, rotate that pulley, right? This is the height difference is there. Because of this height difference, આ પુલી બે રોટેટ થશે. એ તમે આ વિડીયોમાં જોશો. મેં તમને બેઝિક સિમ્પલ ફંડામેન્ટલ કહી દીધો. શું થશે સિમ્પલ? કે જ્યારે એની લેન્થ વધારવી હશે, the pulley will rotate in anti-clockwise direction, let us say. And when the length of the string is decreased, it will rotate in clockwise direction, right? So based on that rotation of that pulleys, the gearbox will also rotate and that will generate a power, right? So you need to watch this video. Okay, so Kite power system, if you simply write on YouTube Kite power system, you will find this video, right? If you require more information in theoretical point of view, you can go with this website also. And this is very interesting, right? You can write your roll numbers, right, meanwhile. And this is that video you need to observe. Which will help you to understand what are the recent trends in the renewable energy source. So 8 inventions, right, and technologies that will change our world, right? So right now we have a mobile phone in our hand, right? So if we talk about, we need to take care about 2050. So what kind of technologies we have in, let us say, 2050? So these are the top 8 technologies. And these 8 technologies had been already implemented, right? So this is not a idea, or this is not a, you can say, a simple vision or vision of any kind of, or objective of any project. It is actually implemented, right? So you need to observe this video or watch this video also, right? And this is it from this session, right? I think તમને વધારે useful હશે, right? So અહીંયા જે છે આપણે ECDM syllabus જે છે, right? So we are almost done with the ECDM subject, right? So if we got a chance in future, we will slightly revise all the topics and we will look for the exam point of view preparation, right? So this is it from the ECDM subject and from my side. Now the ball is in your hand, right? And you need to search all the things. બધી વસ્તુ તમારી પાસે available છે, PPT available છે, right? And you can watch the videos, you can refer the sites for more information, right? હવે તમારે વધારે મહેનત કરવાની છે, right? In this subject, right? So all the inputs, right, that will be given in ECDM subject in regular basis, right? So this is it. Thank you very much regarding the ECDM subject. You can write down your roll numbers and you need to observe that 2 videos, right? And we will discuss whenever we have offline classes, right, or online class, right? Clear? So this PPT I will share in your WhatsApp. Okay. Yes, sir.
સર
હા સર આપણે આની ફાઇનલ એક્ઝામ હશે ને ECDM ની
ફાઇનલ એક્ઝામ તમારી નથી, રાઈટ? બટ હજી શ્યોર અમે નથી કહી શકતા. એનું કારણ છે કે ગવર્મેન્ટની ગાઈડલાઈન છે, આપણને થોડુંક ક્લિયર કટ આપણને મળી જાય તો આપણે તમને વાત કરી શકીએ, રાઈટ? પણ જે પણ હશે, વોટ એવર ધ ઇન્ફોર્મેશન એન્ડ ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન વિલ બી ધેર, વી વિલ ડેફિનેટલી શેર વિથ યુ in well in advance, right? So don't worry about that. So you need to just refer the whatever the content or whatever the PPTs or lecture notes will be, whatever the PPTs with you, right? You just refer once, right? and that will be enough for any kind of examination, right? Don't worry regarding the marks of this subject, right?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, fine. So have you mentioned your roll number in the chat box? Okay, so you can leave, right? And I will share that PPT, right? Tejpal, I think you are late, right?
ના
Okay, no
સર
issue.
હમણાં મારે નેટવર્ક ગયું ને એટલે હું નીકળો હતો એટલે
Okay, no issue. Just mention your roll number. Okay.
કરી દીધો છે સર.
Okay, you may leave, right? You may leave, right? And please watch that videos.
ઓકે.
You may leave, Neil, Aman, and Istia.